Hey guys, welcome to today's video. Today we are going to be doing a fall look and testing a couple of new products. So if you guys are into that, then tune into this video and please subscribe to my channel. Give this video a thumbs up if you like seasonal looks or you like makeup wear tests or all things beauty. I do a variety of things on my channel. So please subscribe and ring the bell. And I don't have any new face foundation or concealers to try out, so I'm going to go ahead and put my base on, and then I'll be right back and we will get into this fall look. Okay guys, the face products are done. I went ahead and did my primer, concealer, contour, and foundation, and I set it all down with some powder. I'll list everything that I use in the description box down below. And let's get started on this fall look. I went ahead and took my braids out. I've had them in for probably 2 days. And my hair on the underneath layers is already wavy like this, but the top layer of my hair is a lot less wavy, so I'm kind of in that in-between hair texture where I either have to straighten it all or curl it all, and the easiest thing for me to do is to do front braids so that most of the wave goes into the top section layer of my hair. And if you guys are interested in what products I use and how I get my hair like this, then let me know in the comments down below. I can definitely do like a favorite hair products, and I can do kind of like an application tutorial of what I do use to kind of enhance the waviness of my hair. But if you guys want to know that, then let me know in the comments. So let's go ahead and get started with today's video. First, we're going to work on the eye. Let's do a fall eye, and let's use this Milani Bold Obsessions eyeshadow palette. We're going to be using this middle row here for our look today, and we'll just go in with a blending brush, and we'll go into this shade right here, and that one is called Sweet as Honey. This has a nice mirror in it, so I'm just going to use the mirror that comes with it. Make sure you guys can see what everything I'm doing, and we're going to pop that right into the crease. And I did kind of prime my eye with some concealer and set it down with some setting powder. It's not technically fall yet, but I'm so tired of summer and I'm so tired of being hot that I'm just ready. I'm just ready for it. Excuse my gravelly voice, you guys. I'm getting over being sick. I don't have COVID, but I did have a little virus. So it has a cough and kind of a scratchy throat that is kind of lingering. So it's not my favorite time, of course, but thankful to be healthy otherwise. I really don't have anything going on today, you guys. I'm gonna organize my filming space. I got some new shelves, and I'm gonna be rearranging stuff and organizing stuff to be a little bit more functional. And that's really all I have going on today. So not a lot of fun stuff. What have you guys been up to lately? Let me know in the comments. What have you guys been liking to do? COVID is kind of ramping up for me. So I've been working a lot of extra hours because the hospital census is pretty high. And besides working, I've just been hanging out with my family and trying to spend time with my kids. One of my coworkers recently passed away, and she had COVID. And that was really hard. It's still hard. Still kind of processing it and trying to deal with it. But it's kind of made me realize, not that I didn't realize already, but it's kind of made me realize that there's a lot of things that don't really matter in this world that we make a big deal about, and my kids are the most important thing to me, and I want to be there for them and be involved with them just using this same shade, you guys, on a smaller brush just to intensify, and I went on the lower lash line. So that is a nice little transition shade. I'm going to take a clean brush and just buff out those edges really quickly just to kind of diffuse and blow it all out. So next I'm going to take some of this berry shade down here. This one is called Red Between the Lines. And we're going to take that on a kind of smaller, more compacted brush, like this Morphe brush right here. This is an M431, and I'm just going to clean it. I have a shadow switching pan here, you guys, and I just clean the brush of any kind of extra shadow that may have been on there, because I just only want that one pigmented. So we'll just dip right into there with our brush on one side, and we're going to go right in this outer edge right here, and I'm going to kind of stamp it on at first. Okay, so I'm just going to go back and intensify that and build the color until I'm satisfied, and I'm just stamping that for now. It's raining, by the way, guys, so if you hear something crazy, it's probably thunder or the rain on the roof. I am on the second floor, so all the rain noise is more intense up here. So I'm just going to kind of go a little less than halfway on both sides with that one. And I like how that's looking, so we're going to go back into this blending brush that we used for our transition shade right here. I cleaned it off. I'm going to go back into that same transition shade and then dip a little bit into that berry shade so I kind of get a good mixture. I'm going to tap it off ever so slightly, and then we're going to buff this berry shade in circular motions. I'm kind of working it into the crease to blend with that transition shade, and then I'm going to kind of work it across my lid. Okay. Alright, those are looking pretty even. Nice and diffused. I'm going to take this clean brush and just buff out those edges once again, just so we're nice and blown out. And I'm using a clean brush, you guys, so I don't deposit any more pigment. I just want it like nice and blown out. Next I'm going to take some of that berry shade on a little brush, and I'm going to go on the lower lash line, but I'm not going to go all the way across like I did with the transition shade. I'm just going to pick it up on this small little tapered brush, knock a tiny bit of that off, and I'm going to go right in the edge underneath my lash line. And I'm going to kind of build that color up on the edge. So now that I've built that color up, I'm going to clean my brush in the pan, and I'm going to just kind of drag that all the way across so it's nice and diffused. But I want the majority of the pigment on that outer edge, kind of like a little ombre effect. Okay. So now we will go into some of the shimmer shades. First, I'm going to go into this shade right here, and that one is called Blazing Hot. And we're going to put that right on the outer edge on top of that berry colored shade. And I'm just going in with my fingertip. This shadow is kind of creamy. It feels kind of wet whenever you touch it. And I'm just going to kind of stamp that on with my finger, close to the lash line, trying to keep it on the lid as much as possible. Okay. We'll do the same on the other side. And a good tip for you guys, if you're applying shadows with your fingers, try to use opposite hands but the same finger on each hand, because you're going to go at it at the same angle and you'll get a much more even and uniform look. So I'm just stamping and kind of dragging that kind of about 3/4 way in on our lid. Okay. So next we'll go into this gold shade called Gold Getter, and this one is a little bit more chunky. When you dip your finger in there, it's a little bit more soft. So just keep that in mind, and we're going to go right in the center of our lid, stamp and pull. I'm going to go right into the corner there. And we'll go right where those two colors meet, and we'll just kind of tap them together to blend them. Okay, now we're going to go on the other side. Just checking to see if everything looks even, everything looks good. I do want a little bit more of this pink shade to kind of pop on this outer edge, so I'm just grabbing a little bit more of that and just kind of building it. And I'm going to take my pinky finger into that gold so that I can get right in there in the inner corner. And now you guys, if you find that you got some shimmer in your crease and you don't really want that, you can go back in with your blending brush. And I'm just going to go in with this small little brush because I don't want to disrupt the glitter too much. And I'm going to go into our transition shade and our pink shade, just into both of them at the same time. And I'm going to go straight on perpendicular, and I'm just going to go right in the crease and just redefine that a little bit. It's hard for me because I have hooded eyes to not get shimmer in my crease when I'm doing my shimmers, but it's pretty easy to kind of just redefine that. And throughout the day, it's going to get onto that area anyways, just because of the shape of my eyes. So now I'm going to go into this shade right here, and it is called Can't Pink Straight right here. And we're going to go into that on this little flat brush right here. We're going to kind of highlight the brow bone with that. This is a matte shade, and we're going to go like that. And then we're just swiping that below the brow bone, okay? We're going to go back into our clean brush that we've been using, and we're going to buff that shade that we just used on our brow bone, and we're going to kind of marry everything together. Windshield wiper motions. And now you have a nice diffused blown out look. If you feel like there's some bareness right there, you can kind of go down with that. And that is going to be your completed eyeshadow look. So let's do some eyeliner. I'm going to go in with a brown eyeliner this time. And I'm just going to use the Ulta Beauty automatic eyeliner that I always use. And I'm going to pop that right in my waterline. Okay, so let's go back into our Milani palette and do some top eyeliner. And I'm going to use this chocolatey brown color down here, and it is called Brunettes Have Fun. We're going to dip in with a flat brush like this, and we're going to just line our eyes very close to the lash line on the top. Alright guys, that is the eyeliner completed. Let's go in with some bronzer. I did do some cream contour underneath my foundation already, but let's go ahead and bronze up the face. We're going to use the Hoola Benefit bronzer, and we'll just pop that on the cheeks. Alright, now let's go into some blush. I'm going to use this one from Tarte. This is their Amazonian Clay Brush in Captivating, and it is a completely matte blush, and this is the shade. You get a little mirror in there. I'm going to use it on a big fluffy brush like this, and we'll kind of go in circular motions, and we'll kind of tap that right there on the apples of our cheeks. So now, you guys, I'm going to go into some highlight, and I'm going to use this one from Ofra. This is the Rodeo Drive Highlighter, and I'm going to use it on a little brush like this. It's kind of a fluffier brush, but it's also sort of flat, and I'm just going to grab some of that highlighter on one side of the brush like that, and we're going to really concentrate this in the specific areas. And we're going to go right here on the high points of the face. And we're going to go on the other side. I don't want this look to be super, super glowy. We have a lot of shimmer going around on the eyes. So we just want to highlight specifically. I'm going to go down my nose with this. And then I'll take a kind of larger brush like this, and we'll go on the forehead with that. And diffuse that out with this bigger brush. We'll go back into that small little brush, and we will pop some of this on the brow bone. And we will pop some of that in our inner corner. This is kind of a golden highlighter, so it's going to go with our eye look really well. We're just going to pop that right on the inner corner. Okay, guys, we are back, and I went ahead and popped on a lash and did some eyeliner over the lash band. So those are going to be the eyes completed. I went ahead and filled in my brows with a little bit of the e.l.f. brow pencil and some powder from our Milani palette that we use for our eyes. And now let's go into a lip. I have a couple of new ones over here. These are from Jason Wu, and I have the shade Honey Fluff number 3. This is a matte lip cream. And then I also have Hot Fluff, which says for lips, eyes, and cheeks, and that's in the shade number 2. This one is in the shade number 3. So let's go ahead and open those up and see what those are looking like. So here is the lipstick tube, and it says Jason Wu there. The packaging is matte. Feels nice. And then we've got this bullet, and it's got Jason Wu kind of imprinted right there. This is a really pretty color. And then we've got this Honey Fluff lip cream in shade number 3. Woo Me is a tube like this, and it's got a kind of like a doe foot applicator, but it's like a flat doe foot applicator. I don't know if you guys can see that. And we've got this one over here I have used before. This is also the Honey Fluff, and this one is in the shade number 1, which is Adored. And we've got that one here. And then we've got the Woo Me, which is this one right here. Okay. I've got some liner from Jason Wu that I'm going to go ahead and pop on. I only got one of the liners, and I got it in shade number 3, Woo Me, and I'm going to go ahead and pop that on, and then I think we'll use the lipstick bullet. Okay, so now we will use this lipstick bullet, and this one is in the shade number 2, and it's called Gingerbread. And we will swatch that one right here, you guys. Very similar to the cream, but I think this one is a little bit more red tinted. Okay guys, that is really nice. It's super soft and creamy when you put it on. It's got a good bit of slip to it. I like that one a little bit better than the lip cream. I'm gonna have to try the lip creams a couple more times and just see if I can get used to them, or maybe a different technique for applying them or something, because they just were kind of strange to me. I thought they were going to be more like a creamy, have a little bit more of a slip, but they almost dried down to like a liquid lip, and I wasn't expecting that, so I just need to kind of play around with those a little bit more. But yeah, you guys, this is the look completed, and I think it turned out really, really pretty. A nice little fall look for you guys, and something that is done with a drugstore palette, that Milani Bold Obsessions. You can find Target, Milani's website. I'm not sure if they have it on Ulta, but it's a very affordable palette. I believe it's maybe $12.99 or $15.99, but you get 12 shades in there, and I've done, I think, 2 or 3 looks already on my channel using just that palette alone. It's a very versatile palette, and I use the brown in there to line. I use it for my eyebrows, and it's got a nice dark black in there that you could use to line. The lashes I popped on are some Ardell Wispies, and I'll mention those in the description box down below. So I think everything turned out really cute, you guys. This is a really cute look for fall. It's not too bold, but you still get a little bit of those orangey red hues. And I just love it. I love fall makeup. I love these colors. The warm colors really complement my skin tone and my hair color, my eye color. So yeah, if you guys like these type of videos, give this video a thumbs up. And let me know in the comment section what kind of videos you guys want to see. I enjoy doing tutorials, but I'm up for doing whatever you guys want me to do. And yeah, I will see you guys in my next video. Bye.